After binge watching every sport anime out there, I was on the look for something that could give me the same feeling. Characters trying their best, testing their will and ability in epic showdowns where everything's on the line. And that's when I stumbled upon a goldmine. Delinquent manga. Since that day 3 years ago, I've been scouring Mal for every last drop of Delinquent manga there could be. And I'm confident I can say I've read everything with a rating above 7.5. Crows is already a standout in the genre, and is also by far my favourite, being more hype and kick-ass compared to the rest. The story is simple. We follow Booya and his friends through their 2-year journey at high school, where every student prioritises being in a gang, trying to take over the country using their own numbers and strength. Of course it's a shonen, so you better bet your ass it consists of a lot of huge school wars. Sick 1v1s between the strongest of each rising school or gang, and wholesome post-fight moments of characters coming to understand each other. It really is comparable to sports anime / manga, and follows that goosebump-inducing formula of each enemy being stronger than the last, except with more smoking. Like fuck man, this shit made me want to take up smoking so bad because of how sick they look doing it. Also, on a quick note, there isn't any superpower or unrealistic supernatural shit. People's strength is exaggerated a bit, so people go flying back a couple meters after big hits. But besides that, the story is realistic. Honestly, I'm a sucker for manga with cool and wholesome characters, and oddly enough you'll find a lot of wholesome moments in this manga. Booya is the perfect example of the types of characters you'll find here. He's a goofball primarily, who prefers to chase skirts, loves a good fight, and is strong to boot, but what makes him great is his loyalty, how much he cares for his mates, and his odd sense of justice. With only 98 chapters and the huge cast of characters that are introduced, a lot of them are really well done. Meaningful motives are given to most characters, their perspectives change as events unfold, some of the characters start to understand themselves better, and they sometimes learn from their beatings, which you can't say happens in all manga. It's crazy with so few chapters, the mangaka could build a world so expansive with characters that are fucking kick-ass and well fleshed out. Very few of them feel useless and one-dimensional. Honestly, the characters are the best part of the story, and you can't help getting hype and rooting for Booya and his mates when they fight off in these insane 1v1s against high school delinquents that look like 40-year-old war veteran gang members. Crows was published between 1990 to 1998, and is pretty damn old, and even has an anime adaptation in 2 OVA episodes made in 1994. The art is already a pretty unique style, and also shows its age at the beginning, but as the manga goes on, the mangaka finds his style, and obviously it gets better as the chapters go on. I really like that about manga, how as years go on you can see the author figuring out his style and greatly improving, but that's besides the point. The art isn't that great, and if you read lots of modern stuff, it might turn you off to be honest. But with his unique style and its age, it adds to the atmosphere of how cool and badass these characters are trying to be, rolling around in high school gangs pretending to be Yakuza. It's basically that 90s vibe lots of alternative chicks go for, but actually authentic since it came out in the 90s. If you like sports, fighting, shonen anime, then you will love Crows and its sequel Worst. The story builds this crazy world of rumoured strong delinquents rising up in the next town or region over, building huge hype around each fight chapters before they happen, and you can't help but be excited to turn over to the next page to find out what's happening. Honestly, it might seem like a more unique spin on the generic shonen fighting manga genre, which wouldn't be completely wrong, but man, I liked it so much to bother writing a shit tier essay and make a video review on it. That should be more than enough for you to give it a shot.